Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Random Street Theater, and once again, I have seen yet another Addams Family movie. I don't think I reviewed the other Addams Family movies because they came out before I started doing this on YouTube, but I saw them. Something of a point is I remember there was a woman that wanted to get me to audition for Pugsley. And I wanted to audition for Pugsley, but she never brought my mother the stuff to get me to be Pugsley. And Pugsley is something in the earlier films more of a quiet character. So I don't know about that. But still, the Addams Family is sort of, they're the, I don't know if they're the off-brand or they're the name brand of the Munsters. You have the father, Gomez, who is essentially a regular person but likes violence and being miserable. You've got his vampiric wife, I think it's Morticia, the two kids, and the butler that is a Frankenstein's monster, so to speak, and they live up on a mansion on a hill with all this weirdness around them. And this movie gives you a bit of the origin story of how they come by the mansion. Apparently it's not their ancestral home in this version. And yes, there's a lot of weirdness going on. And the conflict arises when a modern type of monster, a social media monster, decides to build a housing project near their mansion. And, there's the idea of they can't coexist with each other, which is the typical point of Addams Family movies. These movies are like, well, look, we should be able to live with weirdos. And in the modern society, I think we've really embraced weirdos. But let's just be clear. In the Addams Family movie, like I remember one of the films, not this one, but one of the films, they had a wedding, and they were actually dragging a corpse behind the car. And there was maybe the same film, maybe a different one, where they accidentally baked a woman in a cake. So no, when you're actually killing people, that's not being a weirdo, that's breaking the law, and that shouldn't be tolerated. Just to be clear on that shouldn't be tolerated. I know this is a side note, but still, the Addams Family movie kind of says it's okay to kill people. It's not. Roasting Girl Scouts instead of marshmallows is not cool, people. Especially if those Girl Scouts are going to grow up to be hot. Just the amount of hot women in this world being diminished is never a good thing. Regardless, the story here also has the subplot of little Pugsley has his coming of age party with the family, and he's training to be a swordsman. So again, look, it's kind of a predictable movie. The performances are funny enough, but they're not wonderful. They're not functional or elegant. This is a movie that, if your kids like vampires or emos, this will justify them. You can have them watch this movie. If it doesn't, again, this is a sort of a thumb slightly up film. I enjoyed this movie. It's lighthearted, good fun. I'm not saying, well, this is better than the other movies, because it's not. I'm not saying, well, this is the best animated film I've seen this year, because it's not. It is a solid animated film. Nothing terribly good, nothing terribly bad. Wonderful little movie. See it, forget it. That's my opinion. I'm Richard.
Greetings, humans. Randall the Rat here, reminding you that Richard, the guy that owns this channel, well, he's gonna pay to have a pound of trash removed from the ocean for every 1,000 subscribers he gets in 2019. So if you would be a good human and like and maybe subscribe and comment on this video, that would be much appreciated, because I cannot feed off humanity's dead corpse if all the humans are dead. There have to be enough humans to keep making humans for me to keep feeding off of, or I have a limited food supply. So, don't destroy the environment, don't wipe yourselves out, like and comment on this video. Right? Randall the Rat